It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got Marshawn Lattimore. And Ball Hawk doesn't even cover his game last week, where he had 4 picks. It's the Saints and the Bucs, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. If you got to fight against that, they've got to come out ready to play.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
To the air right away is Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running around.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by the rookie out of Ole Miss, Matt Corral.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. But the Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the 2 to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're full. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
That's good for a Saints.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Corral sets up play action. Out to his left. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play action, Corral. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Corral. This will be caught by Brown. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Corral. Man open left side is Brown. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They try and run forward here with Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On play action, now Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3. 48-yard.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Brady. Incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Rolling to his left. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Throwing here, Corral. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brady's throw complete here to Komet. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Fournette running out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Brady now to throw. He's got Otten. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Brady going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Kamara try the right side. A solid stiff arm. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. second down and 5. Corral looking to pass. Second down.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Corral. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go with Kamara.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he coughed it up, and the Buccaneers have it.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. There's Evans again, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Brady now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl quarterback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Let's look down the extra point. And he gets it to go all even, 17 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down and 4. Throwing now is Brady. This is caught by Evans. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A gain of 32 that time. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, and it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Lions off a win in their opener, looking to make it 2 straight as they lead at home. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Looking to throw again on second down. Corral finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On first down, it's Corral. Open net is Waddle, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Corral's throw caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 17-yard line.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll be back on the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Corral. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on an opening drive of the second half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Looks good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Second down, back to Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is going to have the Buccaneers. They're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he is swallowed up right now. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fournette once more on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. The quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
From the 25 on second down, Brady. He's got Otten on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Gets past one man, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otten with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Matt Corral in this offense back to the field now. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, we don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Corral. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. As a defense, you want balance when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Corral sets up play action. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as they... Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Corral going to bootleg it. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. To try again after the sack. Corral. It's complete to Brown, right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what. And he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage. And they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw is Brady. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On 1st down, Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. B.J. Hill able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to Kmet. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And again, back to Kmet. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Buccaneers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
31. Saints 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Corral. Going right back to Michael Thomas.
Touchdown! Michael Thomas! An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what, I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now Brady.
Able to find Kmet, and he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw, Brady. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw is Brady.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now, Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Again, it's Fournette. Ooh, the juke. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play in overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
One last shot now for Winston. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Tampa Bay, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.